Well, the first ranking action since the Worlds. This is the Winmau World Masters. We have got the best players in the world and a smattering of others besides fighting it out for the title and £100,000 as the top prize. And we start with one of the ties of round one. Chris Dobey, a former champion, and Jermaine Wattimena, one of the form players in the world of darts over the last 18 months or so. Not one of the biggest names. There's only 5 spots in the world rankings between these two. The top 16 of the seeds. Dobey is number 13. Jermaine Wattimena poised just outside at number 18 in the rankings ladder, as it's known, making his second appearance of the World Masters. It is a difficult one to call, this. Not much between them in the rankings. There may not be much between them over the course of this contest, Chris Mason.
No, and the odds compilers can barely pick between them. And rightly so. If you look at all the metrics, there's very little to separate them. Of course, as you rightly said, Dobey a winner back in 23, but went out first round last year to Ryan Searle. So a bit to prove. I'm not sure how he will reflect on the World Championships or the opportunities that he maybe had. But we've been impressed with Wattimena the last, certainly, season and a half, haven't we? He's changed his style somewhat, a much more deliberate and slower thrower now. Well, not slow, but he's slower. And it seems to have worked for him. He looked like me last year, that's for sure.
Well, it is set play, but these are short sets. First to 2 legs.
121.
And that means that in any game you see over the course of this tournament, at least 50% of the legs are potentially set winning legs. Yep. It is just furious 60. And with critical moments all the time in this format. Great to watch, not particularly nice to play. It's stressful.
No, it's great for the viewer and the spectator because it's so quick, and like you say, there's never a dead leg in this format, and you feel that as a player. You constantly feel under pressure. Especially, I mean, there's a lot of players that would have never played this particular format because they would have been old enough to play when it was the old World Masters back in the day. I mean, that dates all the way back to 1973. Became the Winmau World Masters.
42. Jermaine, you require 88.
88 for Wattimena for a breaker throw. Double 7.
74.
Not found. Chris Dobey, potentially awkward leave of 79.
You almost don't want to hit the 57 because it leaves an horrible double 11.
Well, he hasn't, so that's good. Or is it? Tops. Wrong 49. Side of the wire. You saw him move a little bit to the left. 14. Get out of the way of that first dart. Splits it.
Game shot on the first leg. Jermaine Wattimena.
It is a breaker throw, so he's just a hold away from winning set 1. This is how quick this can go, but the comebacks can also be equally as quick as we witnessed last year on so many occasions.
59.
And notably in the final, Johnny Clayton very nearly rising from the dead to beat Luke Humphries in the final before Cool Hand managed to hold him off.
Well, this is such a huge element of the Dobey game. He is one of the most prolific big scorers out there. And this fellow, when he's on it, not too far away himself.
First 180 for the Winmau World Masters this year. Could it be followed by a second? Could it be followed by a second?
Well done. You rightly reminded me on Tuesday when we were doing a little feature for the PDC that how good a tournament Dimitri had, which included a 9 last year.
He was the only 9-darter we've seen at the Masters. Are we going to see one right here, right now? That's an overwhelming no.
Well, he missed double 12, didn't he, in the World? So when I say miss, I think me and you could have got closer.
6 perfect darts from Chris Dobey to hit
41.
back.
Chris required 56.
And needed possible 11-dart leg.
Double 10. That's a 12-darter. It's a 4-visit leg. It's a break of throw. And after Wattimena nicked the opening leg and put himself in charge of the set, 4 visits later, he finds himself needing to break again, or he's going a set down.
125.
had a fair few meetings, these two. This is their 12th meeting.
60.
Head-to-head is led, surprisingly. Well, surprisingly for me, Dan. 8-3 in favour of Wattimena. Now, when their 12 monthly numbers are 96, 94 Dobey, 94.7 for Jermaine. But when they play each other, Chris is pretty much around that
81.
wheelhouse, 96.53. But Wattimena averages a ton when he plays Dobey.
Well, he's certainly not doing that in the early stages. And Chris Dobey is finding his range on that treble 20, and that is a third 180 in the last 2 legs for Hollywood. Could be back-to-back 4-visit legs.
121. Christian Mackay, 137.
Wattimena way back on 239. So doesn't have to do anything too creative with this. Treble 18 will...
99.
Okay, go your own way, Chris.
Well, he might still have time to split this. He could go at the double 19. Chris Dobey does like that double 19, often uses it for the 76 and the double-double finish.
Yep.
But he may decide to split. He does. Double 16 for the opening set. Chris Dobey hits back with 2 legs in just 26 darts to take the opening set, having been broken in the opening leg.
100.
You mentioned he lost in round 1 last year, 96. Chris Dobey, to Ryan Searle. It's the only time in his 4 previous appearances that he had lost his opening game at the Masters. Of course, won it 3 years ago, and that catapulted him into the big time.
Got him in the Premier League, didn't it, ultimately?
This is the first year in the last 3 that Dobey has come here not off the back of a brilliant run at Ali Pala. The World Championship has been very kind to Chris Dobey the 3 previous years.
Three quarterfinals on the spin, wasn't it?
2 quarters and a semi, yeah.
96. 55.
Unable to find the treble. Wattimena looking vulnerable here.
Yeah, that was the year he was involved in that absolute epic with Rob Cross, wasn't it? And Rob Cross couldn't miss for
125.
half the match, and then Dobey didn't miss for the other half.
100. Christian Mackay, 125.
Starting on the bullseye.
Yep. On the Wattimena throw. So, treble 20 and tops. Gets it. There's his tops.
85. Jermaine Mackay, 106.
Tops to win a leg.
Treble
It's
18.
the 54, yeah, doesn't get it, so Dobey will be back.
50.
3 on the spin down.
Christian Mackay, 40.
He's getting bullied in the scoring phase here, Jermaine. He's not had a dart at double in the last 3 legs.
Game
And that will
shot
continue
first
because it's another
Chris
double
Dobey.
pin by Dobey. 3 legs on the
Second leg,
spin.
Chris to throw
That
first.
one
Game
against the darts. And a hold of throw here for Dobey, and it's a 2-0 lead in sets.
Wattimena been reduced to just 2 darts at a double.
43. 57.
Just looking flat here, Jermaine. You've not seen him play like this for some time.
No, that's for sure. I thought he was brilliant last year, and wouldn't have been surprised if he would have popped up and won something of some significance, because
140.
he was playing at a super high level. Did drop off towards the back end of the season, as did a lot of players going into
99.
that World Championships, and we had many a discussion. You know, is it burnout? Because Wattimena played in everything, didn't he? Or everything that was available to him.
Well, won his first couple of PDC titles last year. He did have a run in minor just before the Worlds. Went deep, beating the likes of Joyce, Searle, James Wade even. But he's second best in this one here, because Chris Dobey, who really does, when he gets into a groove and his scoring is there, and it's 3 180s already for Dobey, and a nice switch to the treble 18 there.
92.
Just looks like he can play at this level all night long.
Yeah, all day, every day, and twice on a Sunday. I mean, he's averaging just shy of a ton.
96.
Wattimena, just north of 80.
86.
And it's not all about averages, but that is a gap that is rarely bridged. Double 16. Next door for double 8. Dobey doing the business here.
Chris Dobey.
Second set goes his way.
It's Chris to throw first.
And he has the
Game
darts
on.
in this third set. And Jermaine Wattimena shakes his head because unless something changes drastically in this game, Chris Dobey is going to be winning his opener once again at the Masters.
Well, to confirm exactly what you said about the numbers, and he looks like he could hold it all day, averaged 100 in set 1 and 97 in set 2. He's just, as you say, he's just holding at a level that looks very, very comfortable to him.
Winner of this one to face either Damon Heta, the Australian #1, or mighty Michael van Gerwen, now the world #4, but a 5-time winner of this title, and a man who's already picked up a title this year.
Yeah, what he's struggling with is TV ranking tiles, isn't it? I think it's 4 years now, or approaching 4 years without one. Which, if you'd have told me that 4 years ago, I would have checked your temperature, Dan Dawson. Well, to go, one leg away. 138 needed.
Going on the 19s, and he can't get it started.
Shot that Jimmy Van Schie hit to get through, wasn't it?
It's been hit by a few people.
Yeah.
Very nearly Dobey does
77. Jermaine Wattimena 170.
170 won't go. 61 for Chris Dobey to keep this run of legs going. This for a fifth on the spin and to put him on the brink.
Does have options. Oh, the 45 is found for #8. Beautiful. 14 darter. Well, if he wasn't in a world of trouble, Wattimena is now.
Well, you mentioned that this format can lend itself to comebacks because you're only looking at either holding a couple of times to win a set or breaking once to win a set. But you've got to keep on doing it. And Jermaine's going to have to do it for 3 sets straight.
Yeah, when there's a 16-point gap in the averages, the opportunities will not show themselves unless he starts doing a lot of this.
Well, 16-point gap in the averages in this situation equates to about a visit ahead.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a turn ahead.
Which is
everything's in 16, 17, or 18 for Wattimena. Everything's 13, 14, or 15 for Dobey.
And that is why Jermaine Wattimena had 2 darts at double in the opening leg of this match and has not had a dart at double since.
That's a remarkable start. 266. Dobey has to be a bit creative. Comes down for 19. Should stay there. Leaves 170. Will that be some way to win it? Seen Bo Greaves slot one in yesterday.
Not going to see the 151 for Wattimena. Dobey has a penchant for this particular finish. 60-60 ball. Can't get it started. But when you haven't been getting darts at double, hitting one when you finally get the chance can be awkward.
Yeah, it feels a bit alien.
Game shot on the second leg.
Well, that was found very well, but now the work begins for Wattimena. Because it is Dobey with the darts.
97.
I can assure you, he's 2 sets up. It's 1 leg all, and you'd think, well, he'd be coasting. He's just now sees the winning line and wants to close this one out ASAP.
Jermaine Wattimena has now hit 180s in the last 2 legs. He has suddenly discovered his scoring.
100.
And if he wins just this leg, then the next set, he would have the darts. Couple of holds, all of a sudden we're in a deciding set.
Yep.
And then in whose shoes would you rather be? You'd rather have the darts like Chris Dobey, but you don't want to be the guy who's just lost 2 consecutive sets.
Correct.
85.
A loose one. 219 now. So Wattimena doesn't leave a finish. So 6 for Dobey from 219. Doesn't find the trouble with dart 1. Or dart 2. Has to run for cover.
97.
Does so successfully. Down to a very doable for Dobey. 1-2-2.
96. Christian Mackay 122.
Likely to start on the 18s here. 4 18s leaves the ball. He's got 1 of them. And he can't get the other 3.
It was a lovely guide as well, Dan, wasn't it? It looked
86.
looked like it was begging to be hit. And annoyingly hit the ball.
Jermaine wants double 5.
77.
Might be the last dart that Jermaine Wattimena throws in the World Masters.
36.
Double 18 for a straight sets win. And Dobey does the business to dismantle the machine gun. The former champ, the first man through to round 2 here in Milton Keynes. This is where Hollywood really launched himself into the big time, and he'll be hoping over the next few days he can slingshot himself back into the major title winners' circle. Dobey through, and Heta or MVG awaits.